I can kind of show the garden here. All right. Shalom, shalom, saints. Hey, don't want this to be a long video, but just want to give you an update on our garden here. We got Brother Tristan in the house. Brother Tristan, he's been heading up this project. Well, it's not a project, this is what we do, but he's been heading this thing up and doing a pretty good job. He's going to tell us give us an update where we at right now. So, Brother Tristan, what are we looking at here?
So this is our potato beds, and there's two types of potatoes. There's determinate potatoes and there's indeterminate potatoes. Determinate potatoes are going to push all of their potatoes down into the ground, and they're going to grow to a certain size and then they're going to stop. An indeterminate potato is going to grow potatoes, and if you cover it with dirt as it goes up, it'll continue to make more potatoes. So as what we have here, these beds just keep stacking up. So this is just, I can build another one of these, and as these potatoes grow taller, we'll put another box on top and we'll fill it with more dirt. By the end of the season, we'll probably be up 3 to 4 feet tall, and they just stack just like this. They have a little block inside of here to line them up and keep them going up straight. And we have, between these two potato beds, we should get a lot of potatoes out of here.
What potatoes in this one?
These are...
Is that the sweet potatoes?
No, these are not sweet potatoes. These are just, I do believe these are red Pontiacs, and then Kennebecks over in this bed.
Okay.
And then we're doing the same thing with these barrels here as well. We just have potatoes in the
Where's our sweet potatoes? Somebody told me we had sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes are down here.
Okay, I'm about to say.
Yep.
My sweet potatoes. All right. All right, let's go into the main garden here. Are we using the old one too? Have we done anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got stuff going there. Yep.
Okay.
So,
Now show us what we have here now. It seems like it's growing here now.
here's our cilantro that we planted. This was just a little bitty when we planted it, however many weeks ago that was. This is our cabbage. You can see it's getting a little bit bigger. We've got some beets beside it here. A little weedy in here, but that's all right. We'll get them out. These are beets.
And you know what I really like about this stuff, guys? I got to say, this soaker that we have right here, this soaker that's going all the way through here. We got this, it's been a huge help here.
Yes, it has.
And to be able to water it, not, but we have had a lot of rain here, so that's been a huge help. And please, guys, if you guys on here, press the like button. I guess I'm trying to get this thing going. People had a huge request to start this channel back up.
So this is our sunflowers that we planted. These are all sunflowers here.
Sunflowers, okay.
Yep.
Where does the seed start coming up? Like, does it come up from? Is it at the bottom?
So it comes up from these top leaves, and then it just, oh, no, these are the leaves that the sunflower seed came out of.
Okay.
That's your very beginning right there.
Okay.
And then it shoots up past there.
Hallelujah.
This is kohlrabi here. If you know what a kohlrabi is, this is a weed. We'll get him out of there.
Okay. Yeah, we just got back from the feast, guys, so I think it held. I'm glad it held up. I hope I didn't step in anything.
No, you're good. That's good.
Yeah, so we just got back from the feast, so we had our caretaker make sure, but he said most of it, Yah took care of it through the rain, so hallelujah.
This is our radishes here.
Ooh, look at that.
Here's a big one right here. Look at this sucker.
Hallelujah.
Our Brussels sprouts.
Okay. Now you guys probably wondering what these little boards, we put like cardboard here to keep the weeds down.
There's no weeds. Oh, look at the worm. Look at the worm.
Look at
Look
that.
at him.
And
Look at him
guys,
going.
this is something that he
That
talked
is a
about.
good sign.
We're trying to create an environment here where worms, I didn't think this all made sense, but this is to help the ecosystem.
Yep.
So you want worms, you want nitrogen, all of these different things.
It's just moving.
What does worms do?
So worms till the soil. Oh, look, here's another one. Look at here. They're all over in here.
Hey, if you ever go
3 of them.
fishing, if you guys have a
Look at there.
pond, you can get your worms in here this
Shooting
way
everywhere.
too. So now these worms were not really here, but what did you say? Why is this so important to have worms?
So is what happens is as stuff breaks down, and let me see if I can find some here. There's some mushrooms here, a whole bunch of them. So I'm looking for them. I think they disappeared. Over here. So the mushrooms are going to eat this decomposing hay. They're going to eat all this hay up, right?
This right here.
Yep. And so whatever these mushrooms, as they eat, they leave what they would call exudates, root exudates, or the fungus breaks down. Root exudates mainly come from the plants, but your mushrooms leave stuff too, and the worms come and eat that, and they take it and they pull it down in the soil, and they'll turn the soil actually, so the soil tills itself all the time with worms in it.
Now tell the saints about, because you know, obviously we used to seeing raised beds and everything, but we decided to kind of go this route. What was your thinking, like, to say, hey, let's try this one out? And I kind of like the concept that you were coming up with here with not using raised beds but going this route.
Part of the reason is, we were on a time crunch, but even above and beyond that, I've gardened all my life, and I never liked a raised bed, because once you have a raised bed, you have to plant in that bed. You can't change the orientation. So this year our rows are running this way. But if I want to switch this and run the rows the other way next year, and I have raised beds, that's kind of hard to do. I can put different crops in different areas. I can build the soil in different areas because I can place plants however I want. I don't have to have it in a certain bed, and I can change that all up.
How about the idea too that you were talking about? This is our first year, you know, doing a garden here, right? Didn't you say it does something with the ground too? When the first year is creating an environment so that you don't have to worry about if it's going to be the type of soil that you can use to grow things.
So it's gonna build the soil. I mean, these worms were not here to this extent when we laid all this cover down. You could dig through the dirt all over and not find worms. It's been what, a month and a half, 2 months, and you guys just saw 4 worms just boom, just like that. So they come up through the ground. They don't have to search as hard. They don't have to look so far to find where all the root exudates are coming from, where all the food comes from. They're already finding food elsewhere, but now when it's right on top of where they're at, they're going to come up quicker. They don't have as far to go up.
So are the worms just in the ground? Where does worms come from? I mean,
they just live in the ground, and they can multiply. Those were red wigglers right there, and they can multiply every week and a half to 2 weeks. They can have like 20 babies. So they can multiply quickly. So when they come up and all of a sudden there's more food, they're going to breed because there's more food. They don't have enough of them to keep up with.
And the food is what for them?
The food is the root exudates. It's any of.
And we say root exudate. Can you just, is it just
so
you using
the
word?
Kind of like plant poop, I guess.
Okay.
Would be an easy way to put it.
Okay.
So the plants poop and feed.
So they're scavengers.
Yeah, they're scavengers.
Scavengers.
They're going to take and they're moving stuff. They're moving nutrients around in the soil. Or the other thing is that they'll eat is this hay, you can see it's not very green. It's kind of broken down. But as that breaks down, they don't have teeth. So the very small stuff that comes off of the mushrooms or that breaks down, they'll move it down into the soil.
Okay.
And then they feed the soil that way.
It's amazing how Yah works. I mean, all these different things you're saying, like, why do we have these things? But they actually serve a purpose. Like catfish and the thing, they clean up all of the bottomless stuff and they're bottom feeders. Not something that you want to eat, that's unclean, but, you know, that's good. All right. Well, keep on telling us what we have in here.
This is our sweet corn.
Well, Shalom Saints, guys, please make sure you hit the like button. I know there's only 18 of you guys on there, but let's get 18 likes on there.
Yeah. So, you can see how tall that sweet corn is up next to
Ooh,
my
got
arm.
some corn here right there, yeah.
And then we got our peas between. These are
and
potatoes.
The peas, and you was talking about how the peas bring nitrogen.
Yes.
Say that again.
So the peas fix nitrogen into the soil. They pull it out of the air, which the corn cannot do. It cannot pull it out of the air. It can only pull it out of the ground. So the peas bring the nitrogen and put it down into the ground, and then as the corn needs it, it grows. And you can see how tall the corn is. It has not been very long. The peas do a little bit better at fixing nitrogen, as you can see. The corn that's between the beans didn't do as well. It's a lot smaller.
And why is that?
Peas, so each legume fixes nitrogen at a different rate. This corn was planted the same day.
Okay. But this side is doing better than this one.
Yeah, this side was planted with peas.
And this side was planted with what?
These are green beans. So they're both legumes,
But
but
did they both have peas planted next to it?
no, this is beans and corn, and this is peas and corn. So
Oh,
this
peas
is
and
a
corn.
pea,
Oh, okay, okay.
and corn. So some fix nitrogen faster than others. That's just, yeah, that's
That's
how it
it
goes.
is.
Yeah, this is all potatoes between this row, just regular potatoes. So when I planted it, I've got a pole.
Mm-hmm.
The corn grows up really tall, and the peas and the beans, these are pole beans, they will crawl the corn. They're going to feed the corn, and the corn in return provides a pole for them to grow on.
Mm.
And now the potatoes, neither one of these really, neither the beans, the peas, or the corn take up any room on the ground. They all go up. So now I'm going to cover the ground so we don't have as many weeds with potatoes, because potatoes will get big and bushy and they'll fill out the center. So they're going to grow the crop in the ground while everything else grows it above the ground. So we're maximizing our space by doing that. We're doing what they call growing vertically. Benefit each other.
So for overall, I mean, I guess we have a lot here. How are we doing in our garden? I mean, this is our first year doing it back here. How are we looking here?
With the way the soil looked this spring when I opened it up, I am ecstatic with the way it's going, because this soil did not look like it should be doing this good.
Yeah. And literally, guys, there was trees, just like you see the trees back there, where you see the trees. We had a lot of trees here, but it just happened to die with all the storm. And Tristan came up with a great idea and said, let's till the area here. Now, usually we get sunlight during the middle of the day. Right now it's like around 6:45, but we get a lot of sunlight, right?
Yeah, we get a good 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. There's the edge over there doesn't get as much.
Okay.
It shows a little bit, but
And have we did a good job keeping all the rodents and deer?
I haven't had any.
I mean, guys, listen to this thing. I got to show you this thing that, come over here. Let me show you this thing that Tristan, I don't know if it worked, but tell us about this whole soap thing. I don't know if we talked about it last time.
So the deer.
So this is what we do with we got this rope here that's for the things to grow, which is also a barrier, but also tell us about the soap.
The soap, the idea behind it is, and our deer are a little bit on the stupid side here. They don't know to be scared of people. But deer,
It's peaceful here. They feel the shalom here. So that's what. So he's calling these deer stupid, but they just there's so much shalom here. They can't help it.
yeah. So deer are scared, are a prey animal, so they're going to be scared of humans naturally.
Mm-hmm.
These deer aren't quite natural because they're so used to. I mean, they'd probably be more scared if you picked up a golf ball and threw it at them than if they seen you walking.
Hey, we got more neighbors scared of us, and the deers that I don't know what they talk about. We like these people over here.
A deer in the wild uses its nose to know if there's humans around.
Mm-hmm.
So a deer that is a lot more wild than what we have around here is not going to come around the soap, because the soap would mask our smell. And it would also smell like us. So they don't want to come near us, so they're going to stay away from this area. These deer have stayed out just from the twine string.
Just that enough.
That's been enough. And then the other thing is, so this is all squash. As the squash grows up, it'll make a big tall wall here.
Okay.
And the deer won't be able to see on the other side of it. And if they can't for sure see what's in there, they're not going to be
coming in here.
They don't really want to come in and find out there's something in there they don't want to meet.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I just wanted to just give you a short update. Don't want it to take this long, but we're going to continue to give you guys an update of our garden, but it's looking good. Like I said, we were gone for a good week for the Feast of Weeks, the Feast of Pentecost, and one of the concerns was if we were going to be able to get our garden, but Yah took care of that with the rain, and I had my brother from the same mother, but he ended up helping us taking care of our garden a little bit too. So, but he didn't have to do much work. So anyway, until next time, guys, I hope you guys enjoy your day. But we're gonna be signing off. Shalom, shalom.